One bound in order, the other wild in spirit. We, the Shadow Realm, will prevail. We will weave our essence into their fabric, unseen, unheard, until the moment of grand revelation. They will resist, but in the end, they will thank us. We shall have our enemies faced with us in a world unshackled, reborn in the spirit of Halloween.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I am the team lead here, and this is our live AMA. We come to you every Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. I am joined by my co-host with the most, and fellow team member, as always, LA. LA, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's been quite a couple of weeks we've had here, and we're coming to a very exciting evening ahead of our sale tomorrow.
Yes, 100% LA. It has been a whirlwind tour, months in the making, but we have really been going insane the last 2 weeks, really getting the whitelist private sale buttoned up and everybody accounted for. And yes, within a few hours now, we will be launching the actual contribution site. We're gonna do a walkthrough of that today. It looks really good. Again, some more animations that you haven't seen yet, and I'm just so excited for tomorrow. Not only, to get the game off to an amazing start, but also, to have another successful launch under our belt as we move forward. So lots to talk about today. On top of that, the market is zooming. Again, we mentioned that in the last AMA that all the blood in the streets is an opportunity, and obviously it's never fun to see, but it really just leads to an opportunity to DCA, and now here we are right back where we started, not even 2 weeks ago. So things are looking really,
I was
really
so
powerful.
busy I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem, LA. You and I have been in so many different meetings, we can't even keep up with
I
the
didn't even
markets.
look today until you just mentioned it right
Yeah,
now.
well, it is. It's looking really, really good. So, we're just gonna go over all the loose ends today. If any of you have questions getting ready for tomorrow, please make sure to type them in the chat. As always, before we get started, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That also helps get, the word out. And yeah, we're gonna jump right in. So, the GrimGold private sale. It's tomorrow at 9 a.m. or 1 UTC, and we're gonna go through all of it, today. But I don't know about you, LA, but it feels like, the night before Christmas, or in this case, maybe a Halloween. But yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, it feels like when I used to stay up before Christmas morning and I couldn't sleep and I was just eagerly anticipating it. It's really something special and I'm very excited.
Yeah,
Before
totally.
we continue, can someone in the chat confirm for me? I'm sure it's just on my end, but the YouTube stream keeps on my end going gray and saying something went wrong, refresh or try again later, and then I refresh and 30 seconds later it does that again. Is that happening for anyone else or is it just me?
All right, yeah, definitely let us know in the chat. Nope, everybody says good,
Okay,
LA.
it's
So,
just me.
all right,
I don't know
awesome.
what's wrong with my computer.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
All
exit the
right.
page and start it
Yeah,
again.
and apologies for being late yet again. I have to restart my Telegram literally every time we try to do this. So, anyway, we're good to go. And first of all, just congrats to all of you that were whitelisted. LA, maybe you want to go through that while I pull up some of our notes here. But just maybe talk about the incredible feat it has been over the last few days to make sure everything is good, and how amazing our EMP community, along with all the influencers that we partnered with, have really done a great job getting the word out.
Yeah, a big congratulations to all of you who are whitelisted. I'm still getting dozens of messages now from people trying to get in that just didn't happen to message me on time in the last few days. Of course, it always works out that way, that you kind of put out the word, put out the word, put out the word, and then as soon as you close the doors, then you get floods of more people all of a sudden paying attention. But it is how it is. um, but yeah, congratulations. There was well over 600 people who made it onto the whitelist. So the competition for those bonuses is going to be quite stiff. Um, but I really, truly just have been buzzing all week. I know I've said that before, but I've been waking up every morning very excited, just been having some really incredible conversations in the DMs with all of you. I think that you feel it too. And I was saying to AJ, um, I really feel like this is the kind of token that is going to be the kind of thing that people are talking about in 6 months from now, 12 months from now, where they have those conversations where they say, have you ever had a conversation with one of your friends and you're saying, oh, I wish I was one of those lucky ones that got in on Bitcoin at the beginning when it was, $100 or $1,000, or I wish I was one of the early ones that got in as early as AJ did on BNB or Ethereum.
For sure.
Um, but I really feel like people who didn't get on this whitelist are going to be the ones kicking themselves in 6 or 12 or 18 months from now saying, God, I wish I was one of those early ones that got in on GrimGold for 1 cent,
Yeah.
because I really, really see the potential of where this is going, not just the token, but the game itself as well. I don't know if you share that sentiment, obviously, AJ.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty sure you do.
yeah, no doubt, LA. Again, I love this, and it's so funny that you just brought up me getting on BNB and ETH. I just was thinking about that earlier today. I remember buying BNB at literally $8 a token, which is just insane. So yeah, I mean, it's all about being in the right place at the right time. As much as we like to think that we can outsmart the markets, it's really about getting involved in opportunities like this and taking advantage of it. So, a lot of you have, again, not financial advice and no promise of future returns, but we have done everything we possibly can to make this a successful launch. And I think a lot of you have realized that just by going in on the whitelist. And the way we have the economic structure, there really is not a lot of supply of this token. And the fact that we have avoided going to big VCs that want to be in 10 times profit on day one and then dump on our heads, I truly, truly feel that we are not going to see a major, dump on launch, because people would essentially be selling at a loss by the time you account for taxes. And that is so powerful, because now we have 2 whole months, if not more, to really promote the TGE, to get all the new buying volume in. By then, we will have massive amounts of content to share in terms of the game development. Um, and again, the stars will align, along with the release of October being the real bull run, and everything that goes along with the narrative of Halloween as well. So I just want to highlight some of the growth comparison charts. LA, what one do you think is better, this one or the other chart? Probably this one, right? Oh,
Oh, sorry, I was
yeah,
talking muted.
yeah,
Yeah, that one that
yeah.
you're showing.
Yeah, so this one I think is probably a little bit better in terms of really showing the potential. And again, this is just the growth potential, not a guarantee. But other than layer ones, like Ethereum, BNB, like we were just talking about, in terms of GameFi, that usually is the most price the best price performance out of any other genre of crypto token. So with that, you see an average of 400x or 40,000% gain, which means again on average, if you would have invested $1,000 and sold at the absolute top, you would have been, that 1,000 would have turned into 400,000. So just, I think it illustrates the potential. Obviously, the other really important thing is that, a lot of them, you see Star Atlas, it took about 6 days, but everything else was at least a month, if not, almost a year or more, right at a year, on a lot of these. So I just want to bring it up too because I think people, may get a little euphoric if we do see a really big pump on launch. And obviously, it's always good to secure your initial investment, but don't try to, sell too early either. And we'll have a lot of ways to earn with GrimGold without ever having to sell the token. And that is so powerful. No other GameFi project will have those sort of options. And that's just another reason that we can see the multiple X's that we feel we can absolutely achieve. So yeah, you want to add to that, LA again? I don't have my
Yeah.
notes up, but I'm happy to
One
go through some of the bullet points.
one thing I didn't actually include in our notes, but we really haven't come out and announced this yet, other than kind of just randomly me writing it in VIP the other day. So I feel like we should actually talk about this on an AMA, but we're not taking any team tokens. And AJ and I are putting some of our personal funds to buy in the sale like any other participant in the sale tomorrow, but we're not actually taking any team allocation. Can you go into that a little bit and how
Yeah,
bullish I am?
absolutely. I mean, those that have been going through some of our AMAs may have heard this. If you're paying attention, you would have seen this as well. And we'll do a full post in the coming weeks on, the rollout plan with all the economics based on what we were able to finally raise. But what Ella said is 100% true. I mean, we have learned not only is it amazing for community sentiment and healthy economics, but it also incentivizes us as a team to have the GrimGold token appreciate in value, just like all of you want that to happen, because that is how we will also, be paid. Now, obviously, there will be some salaries, some marketing funds, some, development costs, everything that goes with that, but that is not actually tokens. That is from, the revenue that the game generates on the fiat side, or the treasury yield. But the reason, again, that is so powerful is our incentives are aligned with the community incentives. So, we're not getting a massive amount of the supply that we can then dump on everybody's heads. That is how 99% of other GameFi projects work, or any crypto project for that matter, other than our own franchises. The typical tokenomics allow for anywhere from 3% all the way up to 15% of the entire supply to be allocated to team expenses, and that or team allocation, and that is very, very vague. And usually those tokens are actually sold to pay for, the team salary or whatever other expenses may come along with that. And all that does is add selling pressure over the long run. So it's really, really cool that we were able to make that work. And when we do go to TGE and, people understand that the only tokens in circulation are those from the pre-sale or private sale and, the liquidity pool, even though we have 1 billion tokens total, in reality, there will be way, way less on the market. And again, that is really powerful because we can hit multiple hundreds of millions, if not the elusive $1 billion market cap, um, knowing that the token will appreciate in value because there really isn't a lot of supply on the market. So Does that help explain, LA?
Yeah, and then on top of that, just to add to that, we don't have the VCs, we don't have large or any team allocations of tokens. And with the way that we've done this with the whitelist sale, and I don't want to disclose personal details, but I will say that we don't have any massive allocations. There's not even anyone that's uh, been able that we've had getting even $50,000 worth of tokens. So literally everyone is coming in with small, like not small amounts, obviously, but there's no one that's going to own a massive, massive amount of the supply. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of people entering the whitelist sale with personal supplies. There's no huge, huge people coming in who are going to own 5% of the supply, 4% of the supply, 3% of the supply. And that's so great for all of us because it's so much better to have 600 people owning small bits than 100 people owning giant bits that could come and dump on all our heads.
Totally. Yeah, no, exactly. Very well put, LA. And we've learned that, that was the major reason why we did a rollout like this and did everything we could to do a grassroots effort. The token distribution is much better. The spread is much better. And again, ultimately, people can buy and sell as they please, but if they don't have large percentages of the supply, even if they sold everything all in one go, it doesn't dagger the chart or create this FOMO or reverse FOMO where people start panicking on a dump because a whale exits. So yeah, all of that is again really powerful and part of our overall strategy in healthy a healthy launch that we've learned from all the other projects that have had success and that haven't had success. So that's again really, really
Yeah,
important. Yep,
I was going to say, I think that that's a healthier position than we've ever been in for any of our other token launches because there's always been people that have owned larger percentages of the supply than that. And
for sure.
we've never been in such a well dispersed place before like we are now. It's a very, very healthy place to be in, especially with the burn mechanics built in and the taxes that are coming to help create that burning and all of it. It's just very, very wisely done. So
Yep,
very
totally.
excited about the future of this.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify two more things that you reminded me. So yeah, the whole idea again is is a healthy launch. LA mentioned taxes, so yeah, there will be a buy and sell tax associated with the token. Um, we'll again release that as we get closer to TGE or the token generation event. Most likely, it will be 5% buy and 5% sell. So even though you're getting in on the pre-sale, TGE will give you at least a 10% discount, which means we would launch the token, maybe 5% higher, and then you save the 5% from the buy fee. You will still be having to pay the sales tax if you end up selling, but that is so powerful because that again gives people a little reminder of maybe, am I sure I'm in enough profit to sell? And it makes you think twice before you do it. And so we've also been very openly against taxes on tokens. But in this particular scenario, it is very powerful. And the reason we've been against tax tokens all along is that people try to use the tax as a revenue stream, and taxing is not revenue. I mean, again, just based on traditional economics, in order to take profit on a tax, you still have to sell the token. So that is where we were coming from all along, and this is just a little bit more healthy in terms of again, encouraging people to hold until they are in enough profit that they don't mind spending on those taxes. And, again, not to get in too much detail, but the taxes will be adjustable. So in the beginning, the first few hours, the taxes will be higher to avoid any sniper bots and people getting a large part of the supply. And then down the road, with centralized listings or anything that we do moving forward, we could absolutely remove the tax at some point as well. So it will be adjustable, and that again has proven very successful for other projects that use the taxes the right way. Um, and then the only other thing I want to say about VCs was, yeah, again, to that point, in a traditional GameFi project, VCs are wanting a guarantee of a 5 to 10x, even with vesting, where on day one they're selling, for their initial capital back, and then now they have an entire year, even if the vesting schedule is over a year, every single month of that year, they are dumping more and more tokens on our heads. And that is just such a mountain to climb. And honestly, it's why a lot of projects fail. So the fact that we did not do that, and we've been able to avoid vesting altogether and just offer an amazing launch price with all the added value of the NFTs. Again, the whole rollout is very, very different, and in our opinion, way more sustainable than we've seen in the past. So all of those things that we just talked about for the last 20 minutes are proof of why we say what we say when we think that this will be one of the most successful GameFi launches ever. So yeah, all right, go ahead, LA. Those are the last
Hell
points.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's about it. Let's maybe start going through some of the details for tomorrow.
All right, awesome. I'll let you get started, and then I will reveal the pre-sale page. So go ahead. I'll let you start.
Love it. And if you are watching the stream, just make sure that you join the Honor versus Madness Telegram or Discord groups. We will be pinning a lot of important information up in the groups. Wow, the groups have been growing at great speeds over the last couple days, which is really bullish for the future. We are going to be getting a lot of help and doing some big campaigns to grow those groups massively over the next couple months. But obviously, we're off to a great start, and we're going to be sharing a lot of important information in there over the next 12 hours or so. Well, 13 hours and 38 minutes, but probably over the next 36 hours or so while the sale's going on as well. So make sure you're a part of it. The sale will start in 13 hours and 38 minutes and 37 seconds at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. UTC. So please go ahead and set your alarms right now. I set mine a day early by accident. Luckily, I turned them off before they rang at 6:45 this morning. Mine are all set and ready to go. I've got 3 set for tomorrow morning. Make sure you do the same so that you're ready. Because we're going to want to be on and all set up early to make sure we get in at the beginning and we get those juicy bonuses. I know I want to get my hands on one. So we have our site here. I'm going to put it in the live chat.
Totally. Yep. So the official URL is hvmprivatesale.com, and yeah, this is it. So we'll run through it. You want me to start, LA, or you keep going on the details?
I'll go through a couple more of the details.
Perfect.
You can deposit USDT or USDC on BSC, Ethereum, Arbitrum, or Base. And please pay attention to this next thing I'm about to say. You can only purchase with the wallet that you registered with on the form, because that's the wallet that we whitelisted for the sale. So I know I've gotten about a dozen messages of people scared, wondering what wallet they use, and they want to double check. That's okay, and I'm happy to verify it for you, but try to also remember on your own as well if you can. um, but yeah, so you're going to use the wallet that you wrote down on the form, and that's the wallet we whitelisted you for. Now, keep in mind, I did not get a chance to speak to every single person who filled out the form. I tried my best. Unfortunately, Telegram put me in Telegram jail after I got through my first 200 DMs or so. So I did not have a chance to speak to 600 plus people. But if you filled out the form, I made sure you were taken care of and you are on the whitelist and you're registered with your wallet to purchase in the private sale tomorrow. So I made sure to write that on the announcement. If you did not receive a message from me, it's totally okay. I've got your allocation set based on what you wrote on the form and your wallet that you wrote on the form, and you're good to purchase in the sale. I apologize if you didn't hear from me. I did intend to speak with every single one of you, but Telegram had other plans because early on someone reported me as a spammer. Damn you, whoever that was.
Totally.
Length of time. The sale will be on for 24 hours or until we're full. So get in early. And then last note before I let AJ take over, because there's well over 600 people that whitelisted and those bonuses have a limited number, I highly suggest getting in as early as possible because you want to make sure that you get in time to get a bonus. I know some of you are at work or it might be a weird time of day for some of you. So just get on as early as possible, dependent on your situation. It will be open for 24 hours or possibly a little bit less, depending on how quickly we fill up. But just try to get on as soon as you can because those bonuses are very rare and valuable. And even if you're not putting in 5,000 or more to get a mystery box, those alpha keys will be really amazing to have and be a part of getting in the game early and getting to be a part of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. All right, no doubt. I mean, that was a great overview. I'm just going to go through line by line just so there is no confusion and that everybody feels very prepared. So, again, 9 a.m. Eastern, 1 UTC tomorrow morning, August the 9th, you will visit hvmprivatesale.com. Do not click on any other, websites or phishing links. Make sure that you're going to all the links in our socials to make sure it's the right link. Like Ellie said, we are supporting multiple chains. So if you have a Rabby wallet, it will change for you automatically. If you have MetaMask, you just come up here, you click on the top right, you can choose your chain. Again, we are supporting BNB, Arbitrum, Base, and Ethereum mainnet. Then you connect your wallet just like usual. You press that button right here. And again, it needs to be the wallet that you submitted to the whitelist. So it will not work with any other wallets. That is the whole point of the whitelist. Again, you're getting the token at 1 cent, and the minimum is $100. Again, based on what you submitted in the whitelist, but the minimum was $100. So, all right, now let's go down to the private sale. Oh, oh, good Lord, hang on. All right, here we go. So this again, once you connect your wallet, you will choose the max that you want to do. Will populate here again once the contracts are all connected, and then you will choose either USDT or USDC. Now just realize too, like Base for instance, there is no USDT on Base, so some chains, depending on what one you choose, will only be USDC. But again, if it's an option, it will show up here in the private sales section. This is where, again, you will actually deposit your, 5,000, 10,000, or any amount to to get credit. So, all right. So, and then how the early investor bonuses will work. All right, so, and again, there's a new animation that we haven't released. This is the mystery box. So, pretty badass. Again, this is what will contain one of the cards in the bottom there, but this is a great little Easter egg and teaser of the overall, aesthetics that we're going for. So, very Victorian, I love the cuckoo clock type animation that happens. On the box itself. And remember, when you open these card packs when the game is live, or even hopefully maybe even a bit before the game is actually live, opening the cards, that is just as fun as some of the other things in the game. Because again, there's that gambling element of, man, what card am I going to receive? And you get that dopamine hit of an excitement from that. So again, shout out to the animators. Absolutely love the aesthetics that we're going for, and it's just a really cool added element of interaction. So, but anyway, so the mystery box again for every 5,000 that you contribute, you are entitled to one mystery box. That mystery box will include one of the three following cards. Again, the two in the middle are one and the same. It's just one is for the Shadow Realm and one is for the Wizarding Society. And I'll show you that in a minute here. But again, you don't have to press claim your mystery box. It's just a button that redirects you to the private sale link. So just again, every 5,000, it has to be exactly 5,000. That was another question, right, LA? Just if the price of USDC or USDT is slightly less, in
Yeah.
terms of dollar value, yeah, you want to go into that? Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a good question. When someone messaged me and asked if the dollar value of USDT or USDC dips below slightly $1, because sometimes it does, will depositing 5,000 USDC or 5,000 USDT still qualify you for a mystery box? And the answer is yes. As long as you deposit 5,000 of either USDT or USDC, you will qualify for a mystery box. Yes.
Perfect. Yep, 100%. And so again, you will be able to see this in real time. The mystery boxes tick up. So right now you can see 0 of 125. The smart contract will recognize every 5,000 contributed. And again, you have to do it in one shot as well. So don't do two. If you do two transactions of say 2,500 each, we will not be able to recognize that. So again, make your first shot your best shot. And if you're going in for at least one, it has to be 5,000. And if you're going in for two, it needs to be 10,000. Those are the only two things that matter. And again, everything will be on chain and verifiable. You may get a little bit unlucky if you are the number 126 mystery box, but again, that is another reason why you just want to be here as early as possible and contribute, ASAP and lock in your bonuses. So, all right, let me go back down a little more. Anything you want to add so far, LA?
No, you're doing a great job. I love it.
All right, perfect. So
I
again,
feel like
just
feel like
yeah,
you're Bob Barker on The Price is Right.
yeah, yeah, I love it. Oh, the price is wrong,
You
right?
just have to
No.
tell them to spay or neuter their pets, and you're all
Yeah,
set.
that's true. That's very important, 100%. So, all right. So, just to reiterate with the mystery boxes, you're getting a 1 in 3 chance of the following three cards. Again, this I understand this is two cards, but it is equated at a bundle because you get one spell for each realm. So, and on this note too, that means that the 125 mystery packs make these cards even more rare because again, there really is only what does that math work out to be? 40, 43? I think I'm so bad on the fly, but essentially, around 40 cards of each kind. So it really becomes even more rare than it appears. So, all right, awesome. I think we covered all of that. Let me go down. All right, and then last but not least is the alpha access key. So again, this isn't monetary based. So as long as you get in and are one of the first 500, even at the $100 level, you will get an alpha access key. Again, same sort of thing. You'll be able to see how many have been sold here at the bottom. And when that reaches 500, then that is it. So again, and you can also press here and it will redirect you back to where you actually have to deposit. Again, you don't have to press that button. It just is showing you to go in here in the actual field that you need to submit. So that really is it. It's pretty straightforward. The alpha access keys will also be NFTs. So they do carry value on the secondary market. Again, even if you don't want to play the game, you could potentially sell the alpha key to somebody else that was not in the private sale and wants to play the game early. So the value is there even if you aren't able to get a mystery box. And remember, the main asset is the token. So don't be discouraged if you miss out on the bonuses. I would still suggest getting in at whatever you committed to because that is, the absolute lowest the token will ever be available in terms of sales. So, all right.
Yeah, and remember, the bonuses are a bonus. You're here for the prize, which is, or the main dish. Look, the picture was just him holding a food, but
Yeah, it
you're here
was.
for
That
the
was perfect timing. Yeah.
you're here for the main dish, which is the token, and then you get the bonuses, which is the cherry on top, right? So, yeah, like he said, don't get discouraged if they do sell out, or they do run out quickly, but we still see that incredible potential with the token, especially when comparing it to similar game token launches. So
Yeah, 100%. And again, I mean, as a community, we want this to sell out quickly because, even now, like we've been really conservative on the whitelist as it is. So, and that means that if you didn't get in, then you have to buy at TGE, and the token could be way more expensive by then. And so just remember all of that when you are going to get in the morning. So, all right, awesome. Anything else we want to go over here before we get into a few other notes?
no, I think that's good.
All
Joe
right.
had good question. I was typing the answer, but I do want to mention, let me go to this part. I do want to mention on the mystery box section, um, the part that says mystery boxes can be opened after the private sale, but the exact date is TBD. So just keep that in mind. Where it says claim your mystery box, it's just kind of a fun button that takes you to the top of the screen where you're depositing over $5,000. You're not like technically claiming anything. It's just for the fun of the day and the pre-sale, that it says claim your mystery box, because you're claiming it by depositing enough to get one, technically.
Yep, 100%. So again, if I click on it, it will just redirect me to where I need to deposit. But the only thing that matters is the actual deposit amount. And for every 5,000, we will have the on-chain data to credit you with that bonus. So again,
How do you, yeah, and
us-
how do you know if you got one? You know you got one because before you deposit, you scroll down to the mystery box section, and where it says, AJ, can you scroll back? Oh, you're there.
yep,
Um, so where it says claimed 0 out of 125 here, there is going to be a progress bar going And as people are depositing, it will be ticking up. And as long as there are still some available, then you've gotten one if you deposit while there's still some available.
Yeah, totally. So again, and that is just the risk that we have to take. I mean, there's nothing that we can do about it, in terms of like if all, say 200 people went in at the exact same moment, then it would just be based on your gas, and the quickness of your fingers. So,
Yeah.
don't be discouraged if inevitably somebody will be number 126 of deposits. So it's just the luck of the draw. I mean, again, there's nothing that we can do to mitigate that. And like LA said, if it is getting close to that, then you can just go and then you can DM us to verify that you got it because we'll be able to see on chain. What at 125 of 5,000 contributed it would be. So, but
Don't
well,
DM me for that
yeah,
because I don't know how to check things on chain, so that's not a me question.
yeah, you can DM me for sure.
AJ's gonna get 250 DMs.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, it's not the progress bar is what matters. So
Yeah.
that
I was
is
gonna say if you are doing it, if you're depositing when it says 124 out of 125, then you're gambling, and if you care about only depositing if you're getting one, then you're taking a risk. But if you come with the mentality that it's a great idea to contribute regardless, and it's a bonus if you're getting one, then um, being at 125 wouldn't bother you. Otherwise, just look at the progress bar, try to get in as early as possible. And if it says, 20 out of 125 when you're really early, then you'll know for sure you got one.
yeah, 100%. All right, I think that covers it. Perfect. All right,
Awesome.
do you want me to pull up anything else, LA? I know um we can't really show it on stream, but I wanted to touch on the YGG unveil as well. So maybe I can pull up
Yeah.
um the Medium article, but hang on, we'll talk about that in a sec, but let me go ahead and pull up my notes. What's next, LA?
Yeah, so I did want to also clarify for staking. So staking will go live in October as soon as the TGE happens. So when the token is live for trading in October, then staking will be available that very day that the TGE happens. So you'll immediately have those lucrative staking opportunities, which is great. So again, for all of you guys who got whitelisted and are coming to contribute tomorrow, do keep in mind that the token generation event is in October, which if you were on Brandon's stream last night, he said about 10 times and he was so excited that October's coming super soon. And he's so excited that the TGE is so close to the private sale because a lot of the time it's not. A lot of the time you have to wait a long time and there's a huge opportunity cost, which in our case there's not. So we have 2 months to go buck wild with marketing to make sure that we get as many people through the doors as possible during the TGE. But for you guys, there's not a huge opportunity cost, and you get lucrative staking opportunities from day one when the token goes live for trading, which is badass.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and again, I'm going to show the YGG video in the background while we talk about all this and some other stuff. But yeah, in terms of the opportunity cost of vesting and TGE usually being months and months away, 6 months, a year away, we are also mitigating all of that as well. So just remember that the timing is really important and we've done everything we can to ensure the success of the launch. All right, awesome. So yeah, I just
Yeah.
was going to touch on this really quick, this is the studio tour of Honor vs. Madness. So that guy right there, his name is Zen. He is our project manager with YGG. He's a great guy. I called him, I said he was so cute in this video because the exact way he acts in the video is how he's been in all of our developer meetings. Obviously, there's always a bit of a language barrier, but the fact that he is just a really nice human and really excited to bring this game to life. I think that you can see that in this video for sure. So that's really exciting. There was also some Easter eggs. LA, are we ready to unveil what that Easter egg was? At least one of them?
Well, I gave a really good clue the other night. I said, listen beyond just the words of what he's saying.
Yes, totally. So again, for those that didn't put two and two together, I think that's a pretty obvious clue. But the actual background music of this tour is gonna be the background music of the game. So obviously it may change, it may expand, but the overall feel and theme that you hear in the background of the video is again one of the musical scores that we'll be using in the game. And I talked to Brandon about this on our AMA last night. The fact that we are using really amazing quality audio and actually have thought about the mood that not only the soundtrack but also the effects sound effects make. All of that is really, really important to an engaging game. And a lot of game studios, they don't even think about audio design in their game. And it sounds really, not important or like, something that you shouldn't really care about. But I can promise you, audio design in terms of gaming it can be just as important as the graphics themselves. So again, that's just one other thing that we're doing and putting a priority on that not a lot of other gaming studios do. So I mean, everything down to the voiceover work is going to be really, really cool. So yeah, just want to throw that out there. And yeah, I mean, look at the studio. I mean, again, some of the haters have said, well, this is just another cash grab. I mean, what other cash grab hires a studio out of Thailand that is literally five-story buildings, two next to each other, with over 250 employees? I mean, we're putting maximum effort into making this game a reality with a studio that has proven success. So again, if you watch the tour, throughout the tour, you'll hear Zen say, what the artists have worked on in the past, and we have, examples that you saw a few minutes ago, of Pirates of the Caribbean, Netflix series with Mattel, the He-Man series. I mean, there's so many things that they have worked on, and so we are going to be right along with them. Here we go, right here. Pirates of the Caribbean. That is all part of the talent. Even Disney. I mean, you know how much I love Disney. They worked on the live-action Lion King and the live-action Dumbo series. So this is the best studio money can buy in terms of what we want to accomplish. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that this video really illustrates the manpower behind what we're doing. But yeah, you want to add to that, LA? I don't know. Those were just some points I wanted to make.
Yeah, it's incredible. I was just so blown away the first time I saw it, and I just feel the same way every time I watch it. I just love actually hearing him talk too. He's so cute.
Yeah, totally.
But it's just so incredibly impressive, and there's so much manpower behind this, and they really truly have the experience and expertise to bring this to the level that we wish to take it and to help us distribute it in the right way. So their expertise in creating the game and then also helping us distribute it alongside the other marketing efforts that we're going to have on our side. It's just really a recipe for success.
Yeah, no doubt. And I just noticed another Easter egg. I don't even know if you know this, LA, but if you slow the video down and look right here, they're actually animating the cotton candy card. So again, not to give away too much alpha here, but that one of those legendary alphas that you could get, Madam Pettigrew, I think it's called, the cotton candy looking lady. She does a cotton candy spell, and he's actually animating this in the video. I just noticed this myself, so that's really cool. And again, if you zoom in, you can see it's like a cotton candy that floats around and then and puts more cotton candy on the board to fill your opponent's hand. So anyway, yeah, I think all of this is really powerful in terms of actually delivering on what we say we're going to do. And the fact that it is a very close tie into the Asian markets. I mean, again, we talked about this in the article a little bit, but they will have a built-in audience that is completely separate from any audience and any community that we have built ourselves. So there's just so many things that add up for this to be successful. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Any other notes or anything else that people wanted to clarify? Again, if you have a question, please feel free to type it in the chat.
If you're in the chat right now, drop an answer. Which of the 3 legendary cards, which of their art or which of them are you most excited about, or which one do you like the best?
I love that. That's a great question. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Let me try to pull up my notes. Sorry.
I
Hang
think
on.
the Pyromaster scares me a little bit. His face is a little scary for me, so I don't think I can choose him.
Yeah, I think
He looks like you don't mess with him.
yeah,
He's
totally.
gonna, yeah.
My personal favorite's the popcorn, just because I know what that will look like when we animate it. It's gonna be hilarious. So I'm always one
True.
for the comedy. So
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
yeah. All right, awesome. So yeah,
I'll of course choose the penny whistle because I like pink.
yeah, there you go, Madam Pennyrosa. What do I call her, Pettigrew? Again, I gotta learn the lore myself, and that's another really cool part of it. I talked about the audio design, but we're already getting massive writing from the lore creators as well. So lore or canon, or essentially that means the backstory of the game itself. So each character will have, its own backstory, how it fits into our realm, and again just add to that really powerful narrative that makes the game more engaging and more fun to play as you move forward. So we are leaving no stone unturned to make a great game. And again, over the next few weeks and months as we get to TGE, we will be releasing a ton of content with all of you. So again, please make sure to join the socials. We'll also be doing a weekly or bi-weekly AMA in the Honor Madness socials that we will be able to show again in real time all the designs. I'm hoping to have Julius join LA and I on those, and even Zen or some of the developers. They can show what they're animating and what they're coming up with in real time. So, all right, awesome.
I can't wait for the Telegram stickers that we're gonna be able to create.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, again, I mean, the hype will be massive around this, and even today we finalized the actual GrimGold logo that will appear on all the indexing sites. So we'll be able to share that. Again, there's just so many things happening. And that's the beauty. LA, you touched on this a while ago, but the beauty is that we have gotten to a point where we can divide and conquer in a really, really amazing way, for sure, where this development
Yeah.
team is moving full speed ahead and doesn't require any of our Web3 developers or, 100% of LA and I's time. Obviously, the whitelist has been, a major undertaking, but after we get through this, we'll be able to, again, move on to supporting even other things that we do. So, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I touch base on this quite often, but we're a large team and we're great at dividing and conquering. So even if a week goes by that you don't hear an update on a particular part of the ecosystem, there very much still is work going on in the background, building it. Even if we are highlighting one particular part of the ecosystem that week, if there's a launch going on, there's still very much progress and growth and building going on all the other parts of the ecosystem every week.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. All right, awesome. And did you asked me to clarify staking as well, right? Was that something you wanted to talk about? Or am I making
Um,
it up in my head? So,
I thought we did, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, so just to clarify one more time, if I did gloss over that, there will be staking on day one. So a lot of people have been asking what that looks like. Again, we went over it in detail in the AMA yesterday with Brandon, but um, not only are we hoping to, reward you in real yield from the protocol, obviously before the game launches, it will be from our treasury yields, but we're also looking to reward you with actual NFTs. So again, rather than rewarding you for staking an additional GrimGold token, uh, and again, if we did do that, it would be GrimGold token that we bought off the market with the treasury. And distributed it that way. So it's always at worst a net neutral effect because even if everybody's sold, their rewards, it would still not have a negative price impact on the token. But the real value and what I'm really bullish on is, if you choose to stake your Grim Gold a certain amount for a certain time, then you would actually be able to be airdropped other in-game NFTs. So again, just like the legendary NFTs, you would get additional rare. They probably wouldn't be quite as powerful, as the legendaries. But again, they would have massive value that you could even sell those and never have to sell your GrimGold token. So again, that's just an example of the staking rewards and making it to where it is lucrative to hold your tokens and not necessarily sell within the first few days, at least. So. Yeah.
Yes, that's another thing to just point out as well. Can you just go over how they'll receive their tokens and when?
Yeah, so we will announce the official date, but I can 100% guarantee it will be in October. We're shooting for the beginning of October, so hopefully within the first week or two. Um, and again, that is to make sure that we capitalize on the Halloween hype that maybe even just the meme these gens are interested in. And so yeah, what will happen is whatever wallet address that you went in with, again, all OX addresses are EVM compatible. So if you've never used Ethereum mainnet, you will have to add the Ethereum RPC. Again, if you have no idea what I'm saying, we'll be able to tell you how to do that. If you're using Ravi wallet, all of that is done for you automatically. But if you are MetaMask, we can show you how. And so, literally, the tokens, most likely, again, will just be airdropped into your wallet. So don't fall for scam. GrimGold, you may get GrimGold tokens that have the same name and the same symbol, but are scam tokens. So just be very careful with that. We will publish the actual token contract address, and then you can add that to your MetaMask or Rabi, and then that will show you the tokens in your wallet. So, and the airdrop will probably happen within a few hours of the TGE, we have to airdrop the tokens afterwards, just to again avoid any potential sniping when we add the initial liquidity. So, but the taxes, like I mentioned earlier, the sell tax and buy tax may be a lot higher for the first few hours anyway, just to avoid any potential sniper bots. All right, does that help, LA? Okay,
Yippers.
cool. All right,
Awesome.
is there any other questions? I think that was it for our notes. I can't believe
Oh,
we
actually, one
we're
thing
good.
on our notes. I did want to just go over one more time, and I apologize if you've heard this quite a few times, but I did want to just go over one more time how each of the bonuses works, just to clarify it for anyone who hasn't heard it a bunch of times. There are two bonuses. The first one is the mystery boxes. There are 125 in total up for grabs. The mystery boxes contain very rare, valuable, well, potentially valuable in the future, gold foil legendary cards. They will never be minted again in the future after this private sale, which is what makes them potentially valuable in the future, because they'll only be able to be purchased on the secondary market after this. There are 3 types of cards, and you can scroll down on the private sale page to see the 3 types. There's the Pyromaster Fitzgerald, the Unstable Popcorn Apparatus, and the Penny Whistles Puff. So if you deposit $5,000 or more, you will receive 1 mystery box per $5,000 that you deposit into the private sale. And you will receive 1 legendary card inside of every mystery box, and it will be random which of these 3 legendary cards you receive. You are able to contribute up to $10,000 per wallet, and so if you deposit $10,000, you will receive 2 mystery boxes. There are only 125 in total, so if you are going after a mystery box, you'll want to show up as early as possible because there is quite a lot of competition for those. The second type of bonus is the alpha keys. There's 500 in total, and there's no minimum contribution in order to receive an alpha access key. These are really exciting because when you get an alpha access key, it allows you to get first access into the game to our alpha playtesting phase. AJ can touch on how amazing it was to be a part of the kind of insiders group when he was a part of it in Splinterlands and have direct access to the devs and be able to contribute opinions and ideas. But it will be kind of a similar situation in our game where you have a more direct access to the team and the devs, and you'll be able to have early access to start playing the game and really shape the future development of the game with early access, early feedback. So
Yeah, 100%. So just to touch on that again, that's why no matter what, even if you miss out on the mystery packs, the alpha keys are a sleeper. And again, I mean, 500 of those, pretty much everybody that goes in should get one. Again, that's not a guarantee because we did have over 500 submissions, but the value in that is massive. So even if you're not wanting to play the game, you can sell that alpha key on the secondary market, and that will act as our, for lack of a better comparison, like our VIP group of the ecosystem. And Splinterlands had a very similar structure that they called the Mavericks chat, the Monster Mavericks. And in the heyday, this chat was incredible. Now it's filled with a little bit more drama and FUD, just because Splinterlands is not doing that well. But the whole idea is that you get one-on-one access to the developers. You get to know what new releases are coming before the general public does. You get to play the game or expansions before the general public do. And you get to have one-on-one, input on how you would like to see the game built, or maybe different aspects of the game. I mean, even to the point where some of the Mavericks or VIPs were able to have input on designing cards that are in the game. I mean, the value there for those that are actually wanting to play the game are really powerful. And again, I mean, different partnerships. You're the first to know about potential partnerships. It's just a really valuable group that you can get access to. So the alpha access key is very valuable, and I think we'll see a lot of demand for those on the secondary market. Just again because a lot of the real gamers may not even be involved quite yet. So that is really powerful for sure.
Yeah, and just to clarify, for both bonuses, we did receive well over 600 applications for the whitelist. So if you are after getting one of either of the bonuses, I highly suggest getting as early as possible to ensure that you're successful with that.
Okay, amazing. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think we have a couple questions in the chat, so let's hop into that. Can you touch on Canary's question? Will we be able to rent out our special NFTs or access keys that we get from the private sale or from staking?
Yeah, so this is a really good question, and the short answer is yes, we are definitely planning to do that. Now, the variable is when we'll be able to do that. So, again, just to give a little more background, a lot of these games are actually built 100% on chain, which means every transaction has to be submitted and verified, and it's amazing for decentralization, but it really can be hurtful for new players and people that don't care about crypto. So I bring that up because the idea of how, and again, this is all subject to change, but the idea is that you'll be able to actually um, stake your NFTs, and that will actually represent the NFTs that are playable in the game. So because of that, it's a lot less work and effort to integrate the Web3 elements. And so we absolutely think that we can work on like a rental contract to be able to do that. And what is really powerful is that with these rental agreements, you never lose custody of your NFT, and that is what made the renting in Splinterland so powerful. Is that again, you always maintain ownership of the NFT. You're essentially just delegating, the ability to use it, but there would never be a way that that person could steal your cards. So we understand how to pull that off, and we think that we absolutely can. It's just getting the alpha out and getting the first set of cards. I mean, there's a little bit more higher priority things in the very beginning, but we think within, hopefully a couple of months after the official launch, that will be available. And when I say official launch, I don't mean TGE, I mean the official launch of the game.
Awesome. And can you just clarify access keys? Would that be something that would be subject to renting or no? Because that was
Yes.
part of the question.
Yeah, that's a great question. So again, because of the way the access keys will work and in terms of granting access, I don't think that those will be rentable. Usually all the rentable items are actual in-game assets. So yeah, that's a great clarification. If we can make it work, we will, but don't count on being able to rent the alpha keys.
Yeah, I don't see that as something that we would want to make possible to rent, to be honest,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah, because again, the whole idea is that you have a vested interest in the game, and we don't want people just that aren't there for the long run being having input on decisions. The whole idea is that you want to own that alpha key and keep it because you want to help the game, grow based on your input and vision.
Hmm. Also, it's kind of like a limited time thing. Like it gives you early access to the game, right?
For sure,
So,
that's another really, yeah, a really important thing. And again, I mean, that is important in the beginning, but it will also give you early access to any expansions. So it will be an
mm,
ongoing early access.
love it. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, Mail is asking, will botting the game be banned or allowed or even possible?
Yes, man. Oh my God, this is awesome. So I'm so surprised that nobody really brought this up, and we just were going over so many different things that I really didn't bring it up in any of the AMAs. But botting is potentially, a really bad thing in these sort of games. And so we have absolutely accounted for that. And what gets me excited, and this is one of the reasons that, I knew that Julius our co-founder was onto something is the fact that we are incorporating the third person element where again for those that don't know there will be a mode where again whether your health is low or you play a specific card you will go into what we're calling a madness mode and that again is from the name of the game Universe Madness where the camera zooms in onto the board that you're playing on, and then you actually cast spells against your opponent in a real time PvP battle. And because of that mode, that will severely deter bots because you have to be able to react to what your opponent is doing in real time. And so, typically with bots, they're pre-programmed just to play the most ideal cards in the most ideal scenarios, which is a lot easier to program than actually having to be a one-on-one player. And so it's a really clever, yeah, Mel said a really clever way of eliminating bots. And obviously some more advanced bots, may be able to uh, 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 make a go of it. But the other end of the coin too is that as long as bots aren't overpowered, they actually are beneficial to the game, and we may even have our own bots because of matchmaking. So again, especially in the beginning, for people to be able to play against each other, there has to be another player on the other side. But in the beginning, with the numbers being low, or maybe it's an off time where you're playing at 5 a.m. in the morning, and there's no other players up at that time, we will also have our own bots with in regards to matchmaking. So again, we've thought of all of this, and it was really important to me when Julius and I had this discussion a few months ago because bots have been a chronic problem in Splinterlands and Gods Unchained and really all of these trading card games. So we have absolutely planned for that.
Awesome. I love that everything is planned for.
Yeah,
Everything's
totally.
done so intentionally. What can you go through the timeline for any obviously you don't know the exact timeline for every phase of the game launch, but can you give whatever timeline you do have?
Yeah, totally. So the TGE will be in October. The plan is that a few months after that, we will have our first pack sale. So, and again, I alluded to this in some other AMAs. That will be the first big catalyst event, other than people buying Grim Gold in the beginning. You will have to have Grim Gold to be able to buy the first set of of packs. Again, from the crypto side, you will be able to buy from the fiat side as well. But in the first release, a lot of heavy focus will be on the Web3 side. And again, this is scheduled for hopefully the tail end of the mega bull market, which everybody will be hyped over anyway. But yeah, that we'll have that sometime again early 2025, and then the actual game development is scheduled to be about 8 months. So 4 months after the initial pack sale, we would then go into the alpha release, and then the full release on Steam would be a few months after that. So we're looking at about a total of a year timeline. And again, I know that sounds like a long time, but I can promise you that it will happen really quickly, and it'll be here before we know it. So, and then again, moving forward, we hope to have an expansion of the game every, 3 to 6 months from here on out. So, there'll always be new reasons to, spend in the game or acquire new cards, or different emotes and skins for your characters. All of that will be coming along the way. So does that help, LA? Again, all subject to change,
Yeah.
but
Yes, love it. Awesome. I think that we've covered most of the questions. Did you see any others that we hadn't hit yet?
nope. I see somebody asked about staking, but again, we covered it twice. So please just listen to the recording on staking, and if we didn't answer it, please feel free to reach out on our socials, and I'm happy to answer it directly. But yeah, I think that was really
Yeah, we'll get
yeah,
the timestamps up.
perfect. Yeah, I think
We'll get the timestamps up for you guys.
that was really comprehensive. And we did it all in just over an hour, man. LA, we're getting better. It's not a 2 hour AMA anymore. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, well, we both have, I'm sure, tons of DMs to answer tonight. We're gonna continue to get the word out. And guys, make sure to keep watch of the pinned announcements in the group. Make sure you join the Telegram and Discord groups for Honor versus Madness. We're going to be up bright and early, making any other announcements with important details. I think I've gone over all the important details with you tonight, / they're pinned in the group. But if I think of anything else, I'll definitely put them up there. But yeah, we're gonna have a very exciting day upon us tomorrow. Definitely let me know if you have any issues, if for any reason you're not able to buy, or if anything's gone wrong. Definitely just reach out to me. I'll be around all day. AJ will be around as well, so we're here to support you. Just let us know if there's any questions, and let's fucking go.
I love it. Yes, LA, let's fucking go. Again, it's been an amazing few weeks getting ready for this. The momentum is massive. I think we have a ton of interest. I think it will go really quick. And again, if you have any issues, like Ella said, just feel free to reach out to us. But we have tested the pre-sale page, and everything is now live. The contracts will be wired up in the morning, and we will be ready to roll. So just remember too, you may have to approve the transaction and then submit the transaction. So it will be a total of 2 transactions. That's standard, but if any of you have never done, a deposit like this, that is also important to note. And if you see things moving quickly, just remember to have enough gas in your wallet as well, and make sure that you have an appropriate gas fee to get in early. So, all right, I think that covers it all. Anything else,
Yeah.
Ellie? Yeah.
The only other thing is, even though it looks like you can connect to the site and everything tonight, you will not be able to pre-approve the contracts or anything tonight. You'll have to do everything when the sales actually starts tomorrow. So just to let you know, even though it looks like you can maybe potentially do that stuff right now, you can't. So it's the site is launched just so you can look at it, get familiar with how everything's gonna work, and read everything. That way, when it goes live tomorrow, you're ready to just do whatever you got to do.
Perfect. All right. Awesome. All right. That's it. Thank you all for being here. Again, let's fucking go. Get ready for the morning. Or even what? Not even a couple of hours from now at this rate. We'll all be up and ready. And yeah, if you run into any issues, just we'll be available in all of the socials. Reach out to either myself or LA. And yeah, again, thank you all for the support. This will be massive. Again, this isn't it either. It's not over. This is only the beginning. So, all of you that are getting in, once you secure your spot, then, the next step is to help us build the momentum, build the community, help us get the word out, everything that goes into building a project over the next, 2 months. Because all that will do is help your own bags when we do launch in October. So, all right. Uh, Again, that's it, right, LA? I know I keep saying it, but I think we covered it all.
That's it. That's all. You guys all have an amazing rest of your day or evening. Let us know if there's any questions in the groups, and we'll see you all bright and early tomorrow.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Good night. Good day. We will see you for the private sale in the morning, and then we'll have an amazing recap on Monday. Again, remember, we come
Not
to.
on Monday,
Oh,
on
that's right. You're
Thursday.
right. We're rescheduling. Yes, thank you. That's another good point. So yeah, we're not gonna have an AMA on Monday. Did we decide? Are we moving it to Tuesday, or are we just doing Thursday?
The Thursday.
Yep, perfect. Okay. So, yep, again, I'm glad I brought it up. So, yes, again, here's your warning. We will not be having the AMA on Monday. We're going to take a little bit of a break, I think. So we'll update everybody on Thursday. And again, typically Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. But it'll be a week from today. So, all right, awesome. And as always, we'll be very active in the socials, keeping everybody up to date as well. But all right, good night, good day. See you on Thursday.